What's up guys, this is Crypto with James talking to you today about Constellation Network. Now, they've got really strong government ties. That's usually a good sign. So it certainly could be a good sign, particularly with regards to the fact that, governments are going to need cryptography, and that's something that effectively Constellation can help with. And they've got a particular tie with the military. Military always has funding. So again, if Constellation can perform, this could be a gainer, but a little conservative so far in my estimate, in my price prediction. Something I do want to talk about as well is the SEC's charges against Binance. We do have to discuss that. Before I get into any of it though, guys, if you are new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel, and in the videos I showed everyone that I was buying these cryptos up. The reason is the quality. You can see what the prices were of all these coins when I recorded and released the vids. You can see what the highs they hit less than 18 months on were. You can see what the profit from each coin would be from just a $100 investment. So if you'd have done that, $100 into all of them, that'd be a $2,600 investment. Your net profit across the entire 26 would have been 123 grand. Pretty good. Now, I sold these in 2021. But if you want to see the coins that I own right now, these are the ones that I've been buying up while the markets have been down. You can see that at CopyMyCrypto.com. That's the membership site I run where I share with all the members the coins that I own. So anytime I buy a crypto, I let the members know I'm buying this crypto. This percentage of my money is going in. This is how it's going to present in my portfolio. These are the gains I think it can have. Everything is completely transparent. When I sell a crypto, I let the members know I'm selling this crypto. This percentage of this crypto, and I'm banking profits. By the way, the single biggest mistake that retail investors make is not banking profits along the way. If the members copy along, they won't make that mistake. Now, we've probably got one more golden sort of window, golden bull cycle really, before this market is heavily regulated. And when that happens, the gains are going to not be anywhere close to what they've been for the last few bull cycles. So if you didn't make 20x or 30x gains in the last bull cycle, we did on CopyMyCrypto. We had coins at 40x, 50x, 100x. Phantom did 700x nearly. So if you go to the site, you can see what the members have achieved since being on there. You can also see what I've said historically, and everything is public record, so you can verify it all yourselves and see if this is something you're interested in. Right, Constellation Network. So, I just realised that my CoinGecko's not up, guys. So, currently priced a little under, under 3 cents. In the last bull cycle, hit heights of around 50 cents or thereabouts, 45 cents, sorry. Only experienced one bull cycle so far. So, if you're unfamiliar with Constellation Network, its ticker is DAG. So Constellation is a fearless, decentralized network that enables anyone to build the future on Web3 on a secure, infinitely scalable, and cross-chain interoperable protocol underwritten by DAG, which is obviously the native utility token. So they actually talk about Constellation versus Hypergraph here as well. So Constellation Network, in its broader sense, a technology company, but it can also refer to our decentralized network. Throughout the docs, we'll be referring to the networks as either Hypergraph or Global LO, or L0, which are defined in the following sections. Right, I'm not going to go through the entire white paper. Suffice to say, it's a DAG network. So the beauty of a DAG network is they have the ability to scale incredibly. As the network grows, it actually becomes a faster, the throughput becomes faster. It's part of the reason that I was a big fan of, one of many reasons I was a big fan of Phantom in the previous bull cycle. So, in terms of tokenomics, so the tokenomics light paper's everywhere, but I do believe it's pretty obvious anyway. So the majority of the tokens are out. So there's, to be fair, there's still 900 million tokens that are going to be produced. So let's see if they've got the, where is it? You know, it does annoy me when we don't have like full, like just the easiest to find sort of token distribution models. Okay. I mean, to be fair, look, as long as there's not 900 million dumping in the next year, should be all good, you know, realistically. But we can, again, grab that token light paper, we'll have a look. We should be able to see some element. No token distribution model. Alright, fine. I'll find that another time. So, there we go. It's just going to literally take us there, isn't it? Bollocks. Alright, so, Constellation is all about interoperability with a layer 0 consensus. Now, as an ecosystem growing, it can actually be bought on Uphold, but the key thing here, US Air Force is one of its partners. And they are trying to become the standard for government. So Constellation is advancing its mission to cryptographically secure the world's data by applying its blockchain protocol HGTP to the military's digital infrastructure. So key applications will be secure interoperability, anti-spoofing, data validation, and data logistics. And that seems to be their goal in particular with data validity. Because at the moment they are working directly with US Air Force to validate data that's being picked up, presumably from stuff like drones. Centralized systems are too expensive and not fast enough to process, validate, and manage the volume of data required for making quick decisions in the field without significant security risks. And the federal government is dealing with rampant amounts of data and have invested heavily into existing data management solutions and systems. Centralized systems are too expensive and not fast enough to process the data, hence the need for something like Constellation. And that partnership could be very, very fruitful. This is the Department of the Air Force Headquarters Air Mobility Command. And this is the letter that basically highlights what Constellation's approach is going to be. So the unique Constellation blockchain for big data tech has significant potential to help Air Force cybersecurity and the Air Force and the Air Operations Center. So they have key government partners with you. They are key government partners with the US Air Force, with Space ISAC, with the SBR STTR, which is US Air Force and US Space Force, and then a number of other ones knocking about here. Really, really, really strong partnerships. Now, I will highlight something, by the way. We've seen lots of cryptos in the past have very strong partnerships with either companies or governments, and they haven't lived up. You know, a great example of that back in 2017, 18, Factom was a coin, as FACTOM, was running some stuff for Microsoft. And that crypto is basically no more, it's died a death. But it was invested in by Microsoft as well. It also ran some and worked directly with the US government in some form. I cannot remember off the top of my head what it was. So just because there's a partnership there does not mean there's a guarantee of success. They do have only about 25,400 DAG wallet holders, but they are managing to bang out 80,000 plus transactions per 7 seconds. So that, you know, still means over 10,000 transactions per second if you're going to scale it down. It's a good sign. The question is obviously, is this going to land on bigger exchanges? Because at the moment it's just on KuCoin and Gate, really. Trading volume pretty poor for this right now. And are they going to show the the success. I suppose they're going to be that's one issue, right? They are going to be limited with the success that they can sort of display regarding their impact on, say, the US Air Force. The US Air Force aren't going to exactly release documents stating that the Constellation network really helped in identifying and making a quick decision about a moment in battle, are they? So it's worth sort of realizing that there's probably going to be a limited amount of info that comes out via government regarding this. So realistically, the way that they're going to be able to show their use case, the way they're going to be able to grow, is going to be dependent upon a growth in ecosystem, really showing that their network can handle a really strong throughput. So really start to show the development and hopefully showing that those transactions per second can increase. And incentivizing people to come and build. At the moment, they don't have like a ton of projects that are coming through. They do have their Web3 launch kit, which is all about, basically bringing your business up to Web3 now. But they don't have, from what I've seen, a grant system. And you need to incentivize people to come and build with you. So they do need a grant system where they can offer developers money to come and start building a new product. I do quite like Constellation, and I like a DAG network, but the partnership with the government is not a guarantee of success. And with the low trading volume knocking about, I'd be hovering around 25 cents for this. Don't think we'd see much more in terms of price action. Unless we, again, see a really real surge in growth, being placed on your Binances and other big exchanges. That's kind of important. But I do like it. From a strength of tech standpoint. The question, but again, if they're not marketing well, if they can't really show too much evidence of their success in use cases, they're going to be limited on growth. What do you guys think? Do you think it can do that? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think it can do huge gains? Do you think it's going to just hit 25? Do you think it won't even hit 25? How do you feel about the partnership with the US Air Force, by the way? Regardless of how you feel about necessarily war, if you can put that aside, how do you feel about a tech like this being partnered with a huge government institution? Let me know in the comments down below. And before I get into the Binance news, guys, if you want to see the cryptos I own right now, go to CopyMyCrypto.com and go read the site. Every single thing on that site is public record. So you can literally go through everything and confirm it. Now, CopyMyCrypto.com is where I share with the members the coins that I own. Anytime I buy a crypto, they're alerted. I tell them what the crypto is, the gains I think it can have, the percentage of my money I'm putting in, so they can see what it represents in my portfolio. When I sell a coin, I alert them so they can know how much I'm selling, why I'm selling it. Banking profits, guys. I want to put this in my bag. Or under my mattress, probably as good as bank. There's no work involved. We started with a couple hundred members. We now have several thousand members. And a lot of them don't know anything about crypto, but wanted to join because they know there's profits here, but didn't want to put in the work, or didn't think that they could put in the work, or didn't have the time to put in the work. If that sounds like you, and if you didn't make 20x gains, 30x gains in the last bull cycle, again, we did on CopyMyCrypto. We had coins that did way more than that, and then we had Phantom as well that did nearly 700x. So go read the site and see if this is something you're interested in, guys. And last thing, Binance. So Binance has been accused of a web of deception. So look, this is the SEC. So you always go, it's the SEC. But crypto giant Binance has been accused of engaging in a web of deception as it was hit with another lawsuit by US financial regulators. This is on the BBC's website, by the way. It said that the trading platform ignored rules meant to protect investors to keep operating in the US. Binance said it would defend the platform vigorously. It's accused of mishandling customer funds. This is the second lawsuit filed against the firm from the SEC. The company has basically said, while we take the SEC's allegations seriously, they should not be the subject of an SEC enforcement action. The problem is we have so much BS knocking about in this space, but the reminder here is don't have funds on exchanges. It's possible that they have, let's be honest, it's probable that they've in some way used customer funds to sort of grow. But no exchange, just because Binance are the biggest, doesn't mean they're too big to fail. Nothing ever is too big to fail. We should know that after seeing, the Lehman Brothers fail. It's not like the Lehman Brothers are the only one, they're just the most obvious one that comes to my head. And I reiterate this constantly, like, don't leave your funds on exchanges because they are not yours. If your funds are on an exchange, you are engaging in crypto custody services. A crypto custody service is someone that has control of your crypto, not you. If you're in crypto, it's a long-term investment, guys. So not having someone in control of your funds is kind of important. Now we'll see how this plays out. We'll see if they actually do an enforcement action. But as of right now, it's a lot of FUD, a lot of negativity in the market when the market's already going to have somewhat of a pullback as a result of the sort of US Treasury. So just bear that in mind. Be safe with your crypto, guys. Simple as that. Anyway, that's it from me. Take care. Bye bye.